I wrote down. I don't know what I did with it.
You said she wrote it down.
I don't know.
Okay, man. Also, I was just calling. Did the night work get filed yesterday?
Thank you.
That's what I'm saying. The night work, just the night work.
I don't think we'll have time for. Wait, are we having Are we having community chatter?
No, why not? It's not coming.
She's not coming. Okay, cool. Then we'll do that at the end. Oh wait, he's coming at the end, right? He's 12:30.
Correct. I know he's not here. We didn't know what
Okay.
You got a minute on story. What do you mean to do a story?
There you go.
You got a minute.
Okay.
Friday against the got Andrew Canyon. He works with Tia Ford. He says he's still coming back and bringing Tia with him. Oh, for sure.
Well, good in May.
Yeah, man.
Oh, because Tia graduates this year. Mm-hmm. They want to come host. Oh.
She's gonna go crazy in politics.
She is. Isn't she amazing?
She already looked like a politician on the stage.
Didn't
when
she?
Walked in with her.
Didn't she? She's amazing.
People around me saying, "Was that his wife?" No. 5, 4, 3, 2.
We're going all the way right here on the Brunch Bunch, y'all. Good afternoon, and God has blessed you with his love. This Tuesday afternoon, may God bless you so abundantly that you have to share some of those blessings with somebody else. You know what? I love that, right? I feel like I have been abundantly blessed. How many people say that feel the same way? Turn to your neighbor and say amen.
Amen.
Yeah, hey, it's your girl Tamara Fair on the air, and I'm proudly posted in the studio with the Brunch Bunch. Make some noise! Yeah. I tell Marcel all the time, stop saying make some noise when he's hosting, but it's time to make some noise. Guess what, guys? This April, we're going on Brunch Bunch hiatus. You will not see us in April. That is, of course, unless Marcel comes in. Tamara will be on hiatus. But in the meantime, in between time, you know, wherever we go, we take you with us. We pray you up. We lift you up. We constantly are igniting our believers. We would be no us without you. We got a great show. I'm so excited. I'm blending my words, y'all. We got a great show for you today. We got a powerhouse pastor in the studio. And of course, it's always our aim to send you back better than you came. So you keep it locked right here on the Brunch Bunch on Inspiration 1390. We're going to do our job today.
The Leaders Network has partnered with Great Lakes Credit Union to increase access to financial services and funding for the residents of Chicago's Austin community and surrounding areas. That's why we created Leaders Network Financial in partnership with Great Lakes Credit Union, a community-driven, member-owned credit union where people come first.
Send it to
enjoy high-yield checking,
send it to MJ. What's up, Tanya? So here's the thing.
Call us today at 773.
Hey, Mr. MJ Miles.
So we can connect you with a personal banker and help you get started. That's
so here's the thing. What you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to go to West Austin, and then I'll go to East Side because I still gotta verify those things. Okay.
Are you ready to take your business to the next level?
I'm ready to take my business to the next level. I'm ready to get out of phase 1. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Put your hands up. I'm ready to pass phase 1.
1390.
That's right.
Business can gain exposure.
Somebody give me a pulpit and a mic. I got something to say. Jesus put it on my heart.
Call us today at 773-345.
Thank you.
That's 773-345.
I definitely need that offering. Tanya got to put her hands up because she definitely knows.
And community come together.
All right.
Be fabulous.
Be fabulous. Y'all smell my fabulosity?
Be social.
Well, you could smell just like me. That sounds kind of weird, right? But it's not. What's
Be
up?
family.
What's up, Facebook? Hey, Deborah Vines. What's up, Paula?
Quiz, a new luxury brand from
What's
Tamara
up,
Fair.
Elro? Is that right? Eho. Eho Senior?
Order quiz today.
Go to
Oh, this is Marcus
bequiz.com
Walls.
and get your favorite
Okay,
fragrance
all
today.
right.
That's B-E.
Y'all, thank you so much for tuning in. As I said on the air, if you missed it, April is our hiatus. Do you know the real history? Without Black history, where would TB? Well, today in women's history, we're going to highlight yet another history maker, Mary Eliza Mahoney. She lived from 1845 to 1926 and made history as the first Black woman to graduate at an American National Nursing School, earning her license in 1879. Well, after years of working as a maid and cook, she broke barriers by completing a rigorous nursing program, paving the way for generations of Black nurses and setting a standard of excellence in the profession. So for all of you on the front lines in nursing, please remember to pay a debt of gratitude to Mary Eliza Mahoney. Yes, let's clap it up for her. You know what? I used to want to be a doctor, and then this is when I was at Fisk, and I think I've told you guys this story before, but then I went and witnessed a live birth over at Meharry Medical College and changed my major. I did not stop. In fact, I beat the bursar's office personnel there so I could change my major, because when I saw what came out of that woman, I knew I couldn't do it every day. So I definitely want to give a shout out to everybody in the medical profession, because for you to see the insides, I'm not talking about mentally, but the real inside, the blood, the gore, all of that, and still want to come back to work the next day, I salute you. It's Inspiration 1390.
Come upon you, you shall receive the power.
What's up, cuz? How are you? This is I Love You. Power. Donald. Power. And the Clark sisters. Y'all better come on, Clark sisters. What's up? What's up, Letitia? Good afternoon. Angela Johnson. Hey, hey. I love the way you spelled hey, too. We're just going to elongate it. Hey. Okay, guys. So you know what? Give me my topic for huh? Woo, child. I'm so excited. I'm coughing through the whole show. No, I'm not claiming that. I am praising through this entire show. So didn't you tell me that Winona was coming today?
No, he did. He did tell her.
Oh, okay. Cool. Should I feel well? What's up, Gary friends? I know you're going to be in Nashville on the first weekend in May. Am I right? If I'm right, throw those hearts up. Yeah, okay, great. All right, guys, this is your exclusive topic for all of you joining us on social media. That is Instagram at Tammy T Fair and the Brunch Bunch 1390 on. I want to make sure I'm giving out the right information. The Brunch Bunch 1390 on Facebook. Can you really be friends with your ex?
No.
No, because you fresh ex. So
I ain't fresh. No.
Can you really be friends with your ex?
Hell no.
I am friends with all of my exes. And I got a bunch of a trail exes.
There's exercise I would consider as friends.
Exactly. That's the point. You could be friendly, but we're not gonna be friends. No.
All my exes still love me. I don't know about y'all. Something happened with mine. You gotta repeat that.
Yeah, after 7 years, maybe we can see what's up.
No. 7 years.
That's your limitations.
That is completion.
Amen.
So I feel like
After 7 years, still no.
I feel like social media did not want that topic because it ended me. It ended me, right? As soon as I said the question, it's not the music because it'll say you've reached your quota. So for those of you who got kicked off of social media, I feel like that the topic was not to social media's liking. Instagram did not want to hear that. Can you really? I'm gonna repeat it though. You ain't gonna stop me from saying about it. She said, now Tanya says, yes, you can be friends. Angela Hill, what's going on? Praying for you, my sister. Listen, can you be friends with your ex? Now,
if it been like 15, 20 years, we all in like our 40s.
Get off my phone.
I'm married, you married, we all at like some dinner party together.
My wife's gonna hate you.
Wait a minute. Adam is so, do you see this face? He is adamant about it. He said he cannot be friends with his. I said, "What's up, AJ? Stop!" Oh my God, your wife cannot be beating up your ex. She your ex.
It's fine.
Thank you, Angela.
Man, shut up.
So Angela says, "Of course you can still be friends. Listen, all my exes still love me. I can still be friends with them." So now Jarrell says that there's a statute of limitations. So that means like what, Jarrell? It's good to see you too, AJ.
3 or 4 years.
You can spin the block. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is crazy. First of all, let me say this. I think that I was very good to all but one of my exes loves me. And the reason he don't love me is because I don't love him.
There you go.
They don't trust their man. Don't blame me. Oh, you know what, Tanya? You crazy. Talk about that. They don't trust their man. Don't blame me. So Adam says that my current wife is gonna beat up my ex. I think you should be able to invite your ex to your wedding.
Hell.
No, that's a good question though. Can you do that?
Yeah, you can do it if it's okay.
Especially if she ain't got no husband.
What's up, Inglewood Barbie? Love you, sis.
Put it in her face is crazy though.
What?
That's not the point of the wedding. That's not the point of
No.
the wedding.
No, that's not what I'm talking about.
With me and you put me in her arms, man. Hey, look, now we walking down the aisle. I want you to see what you did.
Hey, you might be onto something.
You know what? No, you're
You might be
venomous.
onto something.
Both of you are venomous.
You might be onto something.
You could have had this.
You got a lot of venom.
You could have had this.
Look,
I'm
no
with you.
good is gonna
I'm
come to
with
you until you do right by her.
Don't let your girlfriend keep you from finding your wife.
Amen.
That part.
Dang.
I do too. So Angela says you should be able to invite your ex to your wedding.
As long as she don't wear white.
She ain't finna wear no white. Shut up.
Exactly.
She probably gonna throw blood on her wedding dress.
All right, Carrie.
Well, Pete Hegseth shockingly blocks Army promotions for Black and women officers. So you can imagine what Black women officers are getting, right? So a new controversy is surrounding the Defense Secretary, Pete Hegseth, after reports revealed he blocked the promotions of 4 Army officers, 2 Black men and 2 women, from advancing to the rank of Brigadier General. Well, I love seeing that word. I don't know why, but every Army show that I've ever seen, when they say Brigadier, I say it 10 more times, right? I'm not going to do it today, though. So while the Secretary of Defense does have authority over promotions, critics argue that this decision is unusual because promotion lists are typically approved or rejected as a whole, not selectively altered. Well, according to the reporting cited in The Root, you know, that's where we get a bunch of our news, right? The officers that were removed had very strong service records and no clear performance-based explanation as to why they were given or singled out from a promotion. And so in some cases, the concerns raised appeared 2-tiered, 2 factors like prior academic work on race in the military or involvement in past operations rather than misconduct or lack of qualifications. So the situation has sparked widespread concern among critics who see it as a part of a broader pattern under Hegseth's leadership and the current administration's push against diversity, equity, and inclusion efforts in the military. Well, you know what? I think that we really need to pay attention to this because when you're fighting, you want all your best soldiers in. I don't care what they are. So opponents argue that targeting officers who are women or people of color, especially those with distinguished careers, undermines fairness, morale, and trust within the armed forces. If people actually went into the armed forces because they wanted to create a clear career path in the army, this is a blockade. So it might start people rethinking whether or not they want to be in the army. Well, how does that trickle down affect us globally? Because we are lauded globally as the most funded, the largest, and the most fearless army in the world. But if we don't have people to continue that, then what? It starts to wane. Well, supporters of Hexeth, however, defend the move as a part of an effort to restore what they call merit-based promotions, insisting that the process remains unbiased and focused solely on qualifications. Pentagon officials have denied any discrimination, of course they would, and maintain that leadership decisions are being made appropriately. The controversy is still unfolding with the revised promotion list under review before moving forward in the approval process. Well, meanwhile, lawmakers, advocacy groups, and military observers continue to raise questions about transparency, potential bias, and long-term impact these decisions could have on diversity and the leadership within the U.S. military. But you know what? We talk about merit-based. It reminds me of the gentleman that just got promoted to some really big office, and he didn't do anything to deserve it. You know what office I'm talking about? I think we discussed this not on the Brunch Bunch, but I think we discussed this internally. The Trump administration put him in office. I'm going to find that, and when we come back, I'm going to update you on it. But anyway, he was like the mailman, and now, and this is an analogy, he was like the mailman, and now he's the postmaster general. This is all an analogy. I'm going to have facts for you when I come back. But you know what? This just says to me that we really need to pay attention. And you know, the biggest saying in the United States is the squeaky wheel gets the oil, right? So when we see anything that looks like discrimination, we have to call it out. Because isn't it Martin Luther King who said that discrimination anywhere is a threat to democracy everywhere? So we definitely have to make sure that we are keeping our finger on the pulse and our eye on the prize. And the prize is, if this is what you want in whatever arena you are in, it doesn't matter if it's military, if it's C-suite, if it's corporate America, if it's mom and pop America, if you don't have an opportunity for advancement and you are eligible for advancement, then this is something, even at Premier, and that's small business, but it still has to have a pathway to advancement. We're going to advance this show right here because we got a great guest for you today, but we also have some more news you can use coming up right here on the Brunch Bunch.
I'm trying to find it.
So he is, okay, you guys concentrate on if in fact you can be friends with your ex. Yeah, we got plenty of time, so you're going to this guy, this was last week, he got promoted to, yeah, you know what I'm talking about? What?
Yes. That's the thing.
Look at his family.
Trump had no political background, whatever.
My family? Not some of them.
Not my family, but like my home.
No, definitely not some of them. No.
The family of
Not
pigs?
at all. My family, no.
No.
The homies, yeah, sure. For sure.
But that's not nepotism. You know why it's not nepotism? Because it's not family promotion. Nepotism is, in itself is family. No, it don't have to be a kid. It just has to be a relative. Please look up recent promotion for unqualified, put that in quotes, unqualified high governmental position, because I want to know who that was. All right, guys, let's go back to you. Do you think that you can be friends with your ex? And if in fact you've moved on and you are getting married, do you think that you should be able to invite your exes to your wedding? Now, for women, that's probably going to be an issue. Now, for me, I think like a man. So I wouldn't care. You can bring all your exes to my wedding. Our wedding. It does? What matters?
This is the thing, right? I'm cool, but also I don't feel like none of my exes upgraded when they left me. Like,
that
so,
part.
So as long as your new boyfriend ain't colder than me,
No, yeah.
I'm cool. You feel now? Your new boyfriend with a million.
I didn't say nothing about can you bring your and plus one. I said can you bring your ex to the. They ain't getting no plus one.
I'm just saying.
We ain't gonna feed two of y'all.
I can only be cool if the new boyfriend ain't colder than me. We only gonna be cool if it's a now.
You know what? That is so superficial. That is super superficial.
That's true.
I don't care.
If her new
Let me tell you something.
he ain't coming.
If he a taller, stronger, more money version of me, oh no,
He ain't coming.
nah, because then I got
No, he ain't coming to my wedding. Michael B. Jordan cannot. He's off the guest list. No.
How the girl you got? First of all, you don't know. We haven't quantified how long the ex was between the last time you was with her and the time she with him.
If she left me for a better dude.
But why he gotta come to the wedding? You went way outside of the scope of the.
He don't have to come to the wedding. It's just she can come, but I ain't gonna be cool with her if she got a better dude.
Like one of my homies just gave me a wedding invite, but it was just me. What am I supposed to do with that?
Go.
What you mean?
I'm a slide, but no plus one is crazy.
No plus one is crazy.
No, it's not when you gotta pay for the wedding.
Yeah, I was gonna say like
Don't invite me then.
That's a different situation. That's your friend. That's like a friend. We're talking about an ex.
Let me tell you
Yeah,
something.
that is different.
It's
It's way different.
already
Way
different.
different.
In the first place.
Y'all need to practice focusing.
Yeah.
Because y'all went way outside.
Yeah.
Y'all need to just focus on the question. The question is, should your exes be allowed at your wedding? Well, actually, should you continue to be friends with your exes? Yeah. And if you are friends with your ex,
Get your favorite fragrance today. That's BEQUESSE.com.
you know you up next, right?
I cannot find
Take your business to the next level.
government official promotion.
Look on social media. Look on social media. Because it was on X that I saw it. It's better because you left. Y'all ain't with.
Your business can
One. Thanks for joining, guys.
Don't wait.
So Angela Johnson said they can watch me do it. Oh, no, you're right about that, Angela. Generation does make a difference. I actually got this from my mother and my father. Now, my father has had 11 wives, including my mother, right? I don't know that they've ever been like sister wives or, kicking it or nothing. But my mom, every party that she's ever had, all of her ex-husbands have been there. Now, most of them have passed on and gone to glory, except for my dad.
This?
Let's see.
Where people come first.
I think you got kids
I
now.
don't think that's like a
Homeownership, down payment assistance,
You can't be like, no, your mama can't go.
solutions that work for
I'm
you.
gonna take
Call us
IRS
today
and
at
ring a bell.
773-345-7441.
Find out what he has done, because I think that might be it. Here is Shapely.
And help you get started.
I think all he did was whistle blow, and then now he's the head of the IRS.
Leaders Network Financial.
Which is absolutely
Partnership with
nuts.
Great Lakes Credit Union.
You gotta snitch your way
Serving people, not profit.
That's
You
what
gotta
they do
snitch your
anyway.
way.
Oh yeah, that is the whistleblower to the IRS. Yeah.
That's crazy.
All right, so no brother Marcel today, but you got the next best thing. You got big brother Jarrell, and I got the news. They get the views. All right, so what's going on today is Trump faces a decision on whether to start a ground war in Iran. So the United States is facing a critical decision as it conflicts with Iran intensifies, raising the possibility of a ground war after weeks of sustained airstrikes. American forces have launched an extensive attack targeting Iran's military infrastructure, but those efforts have not brought a decisive end to the fighting. Iran continues to respond with missile and drone strikes across the region, keeping tensions high and key global choke points under threat. Military leaders are now weighing whether to escalate beyond air power by deploying ground troops. Options under consideration include more limited operations, such as targeted missiles by Marines or special forces to secure strategic sites. However, even these narrower actions carry significant risks, including American casualties and potential for conflict to expand into broader long-term war. Iran presents unique challenges for any ground campaign. Its geography, military capabilities, and network of allied military across the Middle East could complicate U.S. operations and draw American forces into a prolonged and unpredictable conflict. Concerns are growing within the Pentagon and among lawmakers that what begins as a limited intervention could quickly evolve into a deeper military entanglement. The situation has become a high-stakes crossroad, escalate with boots on the ground and risk wider war, or seek a path to de-escalation in a volatile and rapidly shifting landscape. Where is our country going? Where is the future?
You know where it's going. It's going to war. But what is this big affection with war all of a sudden? I know it makes money, but it also kills people.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? You don't even have to go to war to kill people. All you got to do is go to the grocery store. The prices are killing people. Like, or let's just say you don't go grocery shopping. Let's just say you only go to a gas station. That's killing people. Like, you don't have to go to war to kill people anymore. Like, literally, if you are going into different places and you getting these viruses, that's killing people. I am so tired of this threat of war. It is just people are stressed out.
Party in peace, by the way.
And it's all over the world. And it's not just America. It's not just Iran or any of the other countries. It's all over the world. There's war going on all over the world right now. And a lot of it is just politicians making decisions. And if you kind of talk to the people, everybody's in the same kind of situation as far as citizenship. Nobody really wants to go to war, especially with the threats. You know, we're talking about nuclear threats and things like that. With the threats in the states being as high as they are, nobody wants to go to war. So, but I am going to ask everybody that can hear me, man, please pray for our troops.
Yes.
Please pray for any and everybody that's getting deployed, that's going overseas. Guarantee you there's a lot of troops that they're not in support of everything that's going on either, but they don't really have a choice.
No, so they have to take orders.
And every single day, you know, we're hearing about airstrikes in the United States, you know, being missilized, being bombed and things like that. And so just like I said, pray for any and every troop that's out there right now.
You know what I don't understand? And I've often asked this question. We have really, besides the Civil War, we've never really had a war here on the United States grounds. But all these wars are happening overseas. But people like to travel. And that is really, travel has gone down, down, down. Because I am afraid to go get on a plane right now. I know a lot of my friends are feeling the exact same way. And it's kind of stressful because when you want to get away, you don't want to just go to the basement. You know, you want to go somewhere on a beach.
And also, you just don't know what country you're going to be in. You don't know what they feeling is towards Americans right now. Right?
And you don't know if you're going to get stuck over there, too.
Amen. Right. And we've actually had some people, some 1390 personalities get stuck in Dubai just recently.
Yep.
You know, so just kind of be on the lookout.
Yeah, I appreciate that so much. Just pray for our troops because you know what, prayer does move the needle when nothing else does. And we're going to move the needle right here. Thank you, Brother Jarrell. You did an amazing job. Well, I promised you guys that when we came back, I was going to have the name of this gentleman who was actually promoted without actually having the credentials that usually you have. His name is Gary Shapley. He was a whistleblower in the Biden administration, and now he's the head of the IRS. Go figure. Well, we're going to figure it out. Y'all keep it locked right here on Inspiration 1390. Yeah, it sounds like war. Hey, thanks for your patience.
Oh, no problem.
Appreciate you guys. When you, of course, you sound like you got a radio voice, so you know, pull that mic as close as possible.
Yeah, I was listening to your you got an interesting subject going on here.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my goodness, I was enjoying it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's great.
What's your take then?
Yeah. You want to hear my take on it? Yeah. I think it's demonic.
Okay. Yeah. You know what? I think you got a right correlation there because war is demonic because you never know. You're going to fight a war that people that you don't even know. Well, you might know the president.
Are you talking about the relationship stuff?
I thought that's what you talking about.
Yeah, I'm talking
about
the
relationship stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you can hear that? Okay, you were on social media.
Yeah, I was on social media.
Okay, I thought you were talking about something else.
No.
So, no, that's not demonic. Inviting your exes?
Yeah, we're going back on air on that, right?
Yeah, we don't talk about anything social media. We keep it exclusive to social media.
That's what I'm saying.
We're on there now.
We're on there now?
Yeah.
We talking now?
We're talking now.
My goodness. Your ex going to the family bar mitzvahs, bat mitzvahs, and barbecues?
What's a bat mitzvah?
That's for the
ladies.
For the ladies.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I don't believe in none of that.
No?
No. They're your ex for a reason.
Yeah, but you may have maintained a friendship.
You may have, but then you gonna intertwine them with your new situation.
Well, it started out, it morphed into that. Okay. It started out with, can you remain friends with your ex?
Yes, you can. You can remain friends. Yeah,
I ain't going out to go get coffee.
Yeah, we could be friends.
Well, I mean,
as far
friends is, come over my house and go empty my garbage.
No,
empty the garbage.
No, because if you cross those lines before,
No, I'm not talking about come over and hit it. I'm saying if you can be a friend and be mutually beneficial to each other.
I'm gonna need that junk.
No.
I'm gonna need that.
You don't need no key.
The garbage comes with the key.
Okay. Let me just make it broader. You got a barbecue. Your ex, are they invited to the barbecue?
No.
Are y'all serious?
Well,
These are still people. You're a pastor.
No, but you think I'm in?
You love people.
You love people, but you don't invite foolishness. Because again, sometimes it depends on one, the level of maturity, and then also the comfortability of your current spouse.
But you know what someone said, which was very valid. It depends. It's generational. Certain people in certain generations are not like my mom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I heard. Mom had 11.
No, my dad had 11 wives.
Wow.
Yeah, I've only known 4. I'm like, where did you get all these wives?
Do you have siblings in all this?
I have siblings, but not in all of them. No, I don't think. I only know them. No, he don't have 11. He's had every race of wife that there is. Didn't I tell you guys earlier that you need to practice focus? Don't be getting out on my dad. He probably on here.
Wow.
He is the man. Like literally, you go into Brazil, every single place that he goes, he like the mayor.
Wow. Yes. So he's really practicing the Old Testament.
He definitely is. He didn't have them all at once, Pastor.
So he's Solomon. Daddy is Solomon.
He's Sodom and Gomorrah.
No. I don't know about Sodom and Gomorrah. I said Solomon.
I know what you said. No, my dad is the best. He is absolutely the best. Like,
wow.
You will never meet another person that loves.
He's in Chicago?
He's in Brazil.
Brazil.
Yes. You'll never meet another person that loves people like he does. And you ask him his race, he'll say human.
Human.
Yes, I'm in the human race.
That's good.
Yeah.
Wow, that's good.
5, 4, 3, 2.
You rock it out with the Brunch Bunch right here on Inspiration 1390. It's your girl Tamara Fair on the air, and I'm proudly posted in the studio with the Brunch Bunch. Y'all give it up. For those of you who are just tuning in, April is going to be our hiatus month. No, you will not see or hear the Brunch Bunch during April, but we will take and carry you with us. It's already started off to be a great Tuesday. We got a great guest in the studio. His name is Pastor Terrence Hazard Sr. He's a Chicago native with a powerful story of resilience and purpose. Joining us now on the Brunch Bunch, he's also an apostle, Pastor T. Hazard. Born and raised in Inglewood, he turned adversity into impact as a senior pastor of Another Chance Ministries. I love the name because everybody deserves another chance. He's uplifting lives through faith, family, and second chances. And we are so happy to have you, Pastor T.
Oh man, this
what
is
up?
honor. What up?
What up, fam?
I was telling my admin, I said she's my kind of host. Just straight down to earth.
That's right.
Straight hood. You in Inglewood too?
No, but I am hood. It's just not Inglewood hood.
Not Inglewood hood.
No,
Okay.
Jackson Park hood.
Jackson Park on 70.
69.
69.
Yes.
Okay.
69.
Well, you kind of little bougie hood.
Yeah, kind of bougetta hood.
Yeah, bougetta.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I heard that about you? I heard that one of the appeals for your congregation is the fact that you are so relatable. And of course, Anastasia brought us together, and I have got to thank her because I love you already.
Oh,
and I understand that your congregation has that same kind of appeal. You have that same kind of appeal to your congregation. So Another Chance Ministries.
Yes.
Tell me where the name came from.
Well, first of all, let me just say thank you for allowing me to be here.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you so much. And I also want to send a shout out to Anastasia, who's a spiritual daughter of my house, who made this this connection. And I also want to send a shout out to my family, my wife, my children, and the greatest church on this side of heaven, which is Another Chance Ministries.
All right.
Let me just, I want to just talk about what you said. I am born and raised Inglewood.
Mhm.
I mean, straight Inglewood. Born and raised in the 70s, 80s. You know, that say I did all my life. I had to fight, so I had to survive in Inglewood.
Yeah.
And then I had the unmitigated gall to go and to school at Carver High School in Algier Gardens.
Oh.
So I lived a rough life.
So hood.
Hood. I'm talking about like you can't be a punk.
Right.
And so
That's where you got all these muscles.
okay, well, I think it's a shirt. Go
Oh,
ahead.
okay.
And so God spoke to me. I'll never forget this. I was born and raised in the church, but even though I was in the church, but I still yet, wanted to prove that I was a part of the streets.
Mm.
So sometimes, when you're called to do something, but you want to prove to people that, oh, I'm that. You're not really that.
Yeah.
But you have to show them. So that means that you have to go out there and whoop a couple people more than the average person would to show them that you fit in.
So you had 1 foot in the pulpit and 1 foot in the gutter.
Yes, that's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
And selling drugs more than the cartel, doing all those damnable things. And so I'll never forget, I'm sure they're probably watching, I was in the thing. And so I was asking God, I need to come out. And so I'll never forget, we had what we call a meeting.
Come to Jesus meeting.
We had a Genie come to Jesus meeting. And so they was getting ready to violate one of my friends. And so they told one of my friends, they said, Stack, that was my name in the street, Stack G. They said, Stack G, we know.
I'm writing that down.
Yeah. They said, we know you're going down with your boy. We just letting you know there's something about to happen. I said, well, it's going down. So I'll never forget, to make a long story short. So we are in the circle. And so they was calling, he needed to pay taxes. When you sell drugs, you got to pay taxes.
Mm-hmm.
And so my friend was like, I'm not paying no taxes. So, they did what they do. So everybody stopped up in the guns and things of that nature. And so this is what allowed me to get out. There was a bullet that went into my mother's house. I had just hit
from this meeting.
The tax meeting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so my son, who was 6 months at the time, was in a car seat. And the bullet is right now, it's in my mother's wall. And from that day, I told who the general was at the time, who was the governor, in the neighborhood. I said, I got to get out of this.
Mm.
And he says, you can't get out. I said, you have to let me out. I said, because I have a son that I need to live for.
That changed
my life. And from that day to this day, I haven't looked back. And so God opened up a door. I started working in corporate America. I climbed my way in corporate America, worked at the Hilton, Chicago. I mean, literally, when I talk about climbing the corporate ladder, God allowed me to climb a corporate America. And I worked there for 16 and a half years. And so when I tell you that I was just a story, I was a story.
So, Pastor, when you were at that meeting and the bullet lodged into your mom's house, how long did it take you from that moment till you changed your life?
Immediately. I had a conversation with my dad, rest in peace. I had a conversation with my dad, because my mother and father, they were believers. And so my dad was like, I said, Dad, I need to get out. I said, I need for you to open up a door for me. And so, because my dad, he was an executive chef at the Hilton, right down the street, 720 South Michigan. So he was an executive chef. He says, okay, I can't do it right now. So what I did in the meantime, I worked at Carson P. Scott on 95th. Evergreen Plaza.
Mm-hmm.
I worked at the Plaza. So I did that for about 2.5 years. No. I sold shoes for about 4 years at Carson Shoes.
I bet you sold some shoes.
That was my best job.
Because you had some sales experience.
Yeah, sales experience. Yeah, I had some sales experience. So that was my best job. And so then my dad said, come on. So he made the call. Long story short, I started working as an order taker at the Hilton. Then I moved on up. And after I moved up, then I started working in catering. So I worked in catering. I became an administrative assistant in catering. And then after that, I became a catering manager. After a catering manager, God gave me favor. I'm sure he's probably watching. He was the director of sales, Ed Chin. He was the godfather of hotels, still to this day. So he called me son number 2. I'm son number 2. And so God allowed me the favor, God's favor. Ed Chin allowed me to work in national sales. I worked in national sales for 6.5 years there. And from that, it was a blessing. But I tell you that it was nobody but God.
You know what? That story is compelling.
Yeah.
Like I'm sitting at the edge of my seat, like I'm at the movies and I'm eating popcorn and I'm just waiting on it.
Wow.
Because when you look at your life and where it was, and you look at your life now, and not just the now, but the next. and how many people you are taking with you along that mission, because there's so many people that
So
share
many.
that story,
Yes.
but it didn't live to tell it.
It didn't live to tell it. And
Yes.
and that's the reason why God gave me the name Another Chance. To be honest with you, I did not want to be a pastor because of what I've seen growing up in the church. I've seen a lot of hypocrisy. And I said, I'm not going to do none of this, God.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, you will do it for that very reason alone. That's why I called you, because I will be able to reach those who grew up as pastors. They had a silver spoon in their mouth versus those who understand the streets.
Mm.
And so I often say that Naughty by Nature used to say it like this: if you ain't been to the hood, don't come to the hood, because you won't understand the hood.
Yeah.
So I'm able to, I have my pastor's friend, they say, why are you out there every Saturday? I'm out there hunting for Jesus with my church. I'm out there. Pastors, they have criticized me. You don't need to do this. I said, you all can have the pulpit, give me the streets. I want to be able to relate to those that are down the path that I was going, that I can relate to. Again, you going back to your gated community. They going back to the hood trying to survive. So my job is, I've been where you are. I want to help show you this pathway.
Apostle, this is amazing. So to see you take that right turn and not just block the street off after you took that right turn, but open it up so other people could do the same thing.
Yes.
Now, you have made an amazing congregation.
Yes.
You've also opened up the doors, not just for church, but for uplifting, leveling up. Let's talk about the melting pot.
The melting pot. Well, I'm going to allow my daughter, she's going to talk a little bit more about it. She's going to give you the more depth. The melting pot is this, in a nutshell, but she's going to give you the more in-depth of it. The melting pot is this. We have a multicultural church. And so I believe that the church, I don't want to just pastor just my race. I want to be able to pastor Lithuanians, Bostonians, Jamaicans, Africans, Latin Americans. I want to be able to pastor those people.
Mm-hmm.
So again, I want a glimpse of heaven down here on earth. When I get to heaven, it's not just going to be a segregated just for blacks only. I want to be able to, man, we all worship together. We are blended, but we have one common goal, and that's we love God. So that's what the melting pot is about. Melting pot. And so I want to, my job is to go out there, build, one race. We don't see race.
Like my dad.
Yeah.
The human race.
The human race.
That's right.
We only see one race. And so that's what the melting pot is all about. She will give you more details in terms of what the melting pot will look like, in terms of where we're trying to go, what we're trying to achieve, what we're trying to accomplish. Can I allow her to?
Of course. Now, you got
Crystal.
a big job to be the preacher's kid, right? Yeah. And for you to put that in perspective and jump in head first, I just got to give you a shout out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You are welcome. So the melting pot, obviously that's your passion project as well. Mm-hmm. So what in depth do you have for us besides what your dad has already explained?
Well, first off, he painted the picture very well. The melting pot literally is everyone just coming together for one common goal, and that's to build the community. We want to build the community so that people can have heaven down here on earth. They can learn about the glory of God. They can learn about holiness, and we just want to be able to do that for the community. So our goal is to raise money for a building so that we can complete that goal. We want to have classrooms for our youth. We want to be able to have a daycare center for our babies. I mean, it's a lot of people out here having kids, and we need to be able to have a place for them to learn about God, learn about values, learn about morals, and still be children. Mm-hmm. We see 10-year-old girls looking like women nowadays. So we want to help raise the youth. We want to be able to have stuff for the young men
and give them a childhood.
Yes. And still give them a childhood. I was looking at with the park yesterday. I love seeing them being able to be at the park safe and be able to play. Yes. You know, so we want to be able to have that, have classrooms, have job readiness classes in our area. People they have high school diplomas, but they don't have college degrees. Yeah. They don't have jobs. So they don't know how to write a resume. They don't know how to interview well. So we want to be able to provide classes for that. So our goal is to be able to have a building so that we can do all of that in one place. Feed the community. It was a season where we were feeding the community every Sunday. Hot meals. We weren't just giving them sandwiches. I'm talking about baked chicken.
Fried chicken.
When y'all gonna start that up again?
We want to be able to do that.
And that's the reason why we need to build it. Because again, thank God.
Well, first, don't gloss over this. Okay. You did an amazing job.
Yeah.
Now, but not only did you do an amazing job, you hit on some really, really important points, because we don't know how to interview.
Mhm.
I actually interviewed a young lady and she fell asleep in the interview. I never thought I'd see anything like that in my life. You didn't really want a job, sis, or
Yeah.
you had 3 that made you too tired to interview for
Mhm.
your 4th one,
Mhm.
right?
Wow.
Right.
So yeah, I totally agree. We need a building.
Yeah, we need a building. We definitely need a building. And so that's the reason why I don't look like your average church pastor.
Mhm.
Because when I say I love the community, I love the community. I love God's people. Some people, and no shade, some people, they love the tithe and the offering.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't have the tithe and offering, I'm still gonna love you. I want to get you, because you get the soul, then you'll develop them to become productive in society.
Because you know what, Pastor, you're right. When people feel like their soul is being fed and valued, they give and they give and they give again.
Yes, they will.
And that's not the purpose. I understand that.
Mhm.
But when you say, okay, we need a building fund, you don't have to beg for it
Yeah.
because it's already there. They know what you're going to, they trust you.
Yes.
And that trust factor is what we're building here today and what you have been building for the entire time that you've been in your pastoral role.
Accountability.
Exactly.
Accountability. I'm sometimes my wife tells me, she say, you don't have to tell it all. I say, you know what, if people are giving their hard-earned money, you better be accountable for every dollar that you're spending or that's going out there. I am extremely accountable. Again, building fund, it's here. We use the building fund money for this particular project. So we took it from there and we use it for this. People respect you. They honor you when you're honest.
Good thing you're a pastor, not a politician.
Yes.
You know what, y'all? We got heaven right here on earth. And Mary said it best. When I get to heaven, I will already know what it looks like because it's right here. He's building it.
Yeah.
It's Inspiration 1390.
Oh, honor.
Awesome.
Love you.
I love you
Oh,
back.
man. But this was great. This was great.
Thank you.
We gotta come back.
Yeah, anytime.
Yeah.
To heaven.
Oh, you
right
sing
here.
too. You sing too.
No, I only sing in the shower. Do you see that?
I see no water. I see no water.
You don't see no water.
Oh wow.
I can only carry a note. I can't do the whole song.
Oh, you do. You can do a whole song. It's a mental thing. Yeah.
Well, you know what? It's funny because I karaoke and nobody don't have to prompt me. I know all the rap songs.
Oh wow. Old school rap.
No, old school, new school, any school, any rap.
No, I can't do the new school. You don't know what they say nowadays.
I
don't
don't
know
know
what
what
they
they're
saying. Give me Kumo D. Give me LL.
Oh, now I love Kumo D.
Yeah, Kumo D.
I actually know Kumo D too.
Yeah, you know what? Out of all the rappers, Kumo D is my GOAT.
Really, he used to date my cousin, and I'm like,
wow,
he's a totally different person on stage than he is in the living room.
Yeah, he's my GOAT. Yeah, yeah.
He's funny too.
Yes, he is.
How many?
You ready now?
I'm ready now.
6 minutes. 5, 4, 3, 2.
So we are sitting here talking to Pastor T. Apostle Hazard Sr. And when I tell you this is the best time I've had in church, outside of church, right? But it depicts what you do, right? Because you're getting a building, you're raising funds to get a building, but you're hosting church now. Where?
We're conveniently located at 5510 West Chicago Avenue. Our services start promptly at 2:00. We have corporate miracles from 2 to 2:15. Then we go right into, worship or whatever the case may be. But we are a church that we're radical. We're radical. We're not your A and B selection, offering this C and D, and then the pastor come and preach, give you 3 points to a poem. We literally experience God. I will not preach unless God come in, because this is his house. Why should he be a stranger in his house? So 85% of our ministry is a makeup of 45 and under. We have a few seniors. But 85% of our ministry are youth.
Wow.
They straight from the hood. They love God and they crazy about their pastor.
Well, you know what? You got all the right ingredients to make a nice cake.
Yes,
right?
yes.
And you know what? I say cake because people love eating sweets. And when you talk about the good news, the goodness of God, it's a sweetness that really gives you a peace that's unsurpassed, right? Yeah. So 5510 West Washington is going down 2:00 this Sunday.
This coming Sunday. Listen, I promise you, I tell people this all the time.
Anything.
I tell people all the time this. It's not a sales pitch, but I tell them this: if you don't experience God in my church, and you've been there, and if you don't experience God, I will give you dinner for two at Ruth Chris, and also replenish your gas for wasting your time to come to my church.
Well, I can't wait to go get it.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? It won't apply to me because I experienced God in the hallway.
Yeah. Wow.
So I take him with me wherever I go. Now, I noticed that you're on the west side now, but you grew up in Inglewood. You got your calling in Inglewood. How do the two intersect?
Well, the two intersect is this. Now, that is kind of crazy because, again, growing up, you know, the South Siders hate the West Siders.
Yes,
yeah,
and vice versa.
And vice versa. Yeah. Now, I'm South Side. Now, I think I was grandfather on the West Side because my wife is from the West Side.
Oh yeah. You got to pass.
Yeah, I got to pass.
Yeah.
And so, but honestly, to be honest with you, again, I'm born and raised South Side, but the West Side people are so nice,
aren't they?
Now, now on the South Side, you got to, if you look like you don't belong, they're gonna let you know you don't belong. But see, the West Side people are more country, but
because they're Southern migrants.
They're Southern migrants,
and they got the Southern values, and somehow the South Side people just eliminated all of that.
Yeah, they eliminated all that. Yeah. And so,
but I love that analogy because it does say that we can bridge the two sides and have a one Chicago, a one God to worship under one pastor who is bringing you to the altar.
Oh man,
I love that too.
Yes.
So for someone who may feel disconnected from faith, unsure where to start, what would you say to them? Because a lot of people are still searching.
They're still searching.
Yeah.
Well, I tell people all the time, find you a church that you can that fits you. That's where it starts. Find your church that fits you. And then once you find the church that fits you, get connected. Because sometimes when we come into these buildings, we kind of we're judging. But and so when you're judging, let your judgmental coat down. Let that down. And say, I'm gonna
leave it outside.
Leave it outside. Be optimistic. Because again, we've had some people that came in our church, they judge and they radical, they jump. But once they found out, now we can't get them to leave, especially the youth. After service, we are hanging out. I tell the boys, bring your PlayStation, bring your Xbox. We're gonna stay here all day, all night, because it's a safe haven.
Yeah.
We don't want you to go out there and because most of them, they got the dreads, they fit us aesthetic. They look like, mistaken identity.
They look fabulous.
They look fabulous.
They look fabulous. You know what, Pastor T? I want to help you get that church so bad. Come on. And I want our believers to weigh in.
Don't make me cry.
No, I'm gonna make you get some shovels and
that way. Okay.
Yes. But where can they donate?
They can donate. Crystal, give them the cash app to get them everything that they need to make this happen.
Yes, so the website is themeltingpotcampaign.squarespace.com. That's where you can donate, and then you can also donate at our Cash App. Melting Pot ACM is the Cash App, and the Zelle is meltingpotcampaignffwc@gmail.com. Thank you so much in advance.
Well, you know what? We want to get all of that, put that on our socials so that we can actually help you get that building because you're saving lives, you're saving souls, you're putting people on the pathway to God. It can never be wrong when you're doing that. Y'all, thank you so much for joining us. We truly do appreciate knowing you and supporting you. Y'all, the Melting Pot campaign is underway and you can be a big part of it. In the meantime, again, April is our hiatus and we're going to absolutely wish you the best April you've ever seen. Y'all, it is always a pleasure to be with you. I love you. I'll see you May the 1st. Be optimistic.
Oh, man. That was great.
You guys did an amazing job. Y'all saw that? This family man, this man of God, he is looking for donations. He is getting ready to get people in our city, not the west side, not the south side, but all the sides united in the name of Jesus. Y'all, please, no donation is too small or too large for you to give. Go to the Melting Pot campaign, and that is everywhere. It's the Melting Pot campaign on Facebook. It's the Melting Pot campaign on Cash App as well as Zelle. The Zelle. Y'all look for our socials. We will have everything on there for you so you can give responsibly and often. Y'all have a wonderful April. See ya.